In the peaceful Igbo village of Ubekwe, life was bright only during the day. But once the sun went down, fear crawled through the land like smoke. People shut their doors early, whispering warnings to their children. Never go near the forest, especially the great Ubiko tree. Deep inside that forest stood an ancient Iroko tree, so tall and wide it looked like a small house. No birds perched on it. No animals went near it. Even the wind whispered when it passed. The elders said a restless spirit lived inside the tree, a spirit filled with pain, betrayal, and rage. Years earlier, wrongfully accused villagers were hanged under it. Some were guilty, many were innocent. Their cries were ignored. Not long after, strange deaths began. And every year during the first heavy rain of Onwa Ife-Ik, June, someone died horribly. Some people's necks twisted unnaturally, others vanished without a trace. Fear kept the villagers from cutting the tree. They believed the Ubiko tree would swallow anyone who tried. Child missing, a girl determined. One rainy June night, the downpour struck earlier than expected. By morning, a boy named Obina, only 12, had disappeared. His mother ran around with his slippers in her hands, weeping. He went to fetch firewood. Please help me find my son. Hunters searched, but none dared near the Ubiko tree. Nobody who went there ever returned. Among the worried crowd stood Kizaram, a brave 17-year-old girl. 10 years earlier, her own mother had vanished near the same forest. Kizaram's heart had carried anger and grief ever since. That day, something changed inside her. Enough is enough, she whispered. If no one will face that tree, I will. Secrets of the old woman. The next morning, Kizaram visited the oldest woman in Ubekwe, Mama Nugo, a keeper of ancient knowledge. When Kizaram declared she wanted to confront the tree, Mama Nugo dropped her kola nut in shock. My child, many entered that forest, none returned. That tree is cursed. It feeds on pain and blood. But why does it kill the innocent? Kizaram cried. Mama Nugo sighed, gazing toward the forest. Spirits do not always seek guilt. Sometimes they seek justice or peace. Kizaram left with her mind made up. Into the forest. That evening, she met her loyal friend Ikin, a quiet but courageous boy known for his boldness in the bush. When she explained her plan, his face paled. You mean to enter the Ubiko forest? Do you want death? I want answers, she said. After a long silence, he nodded. Then I go with you. If you fall, I fall. They packed a lamp, palm oil, a white cloth, and a protective charm Mama Nugo gave them. The deeper they walked into the forest, the more the wind whispered their names. The voices of the dead. When they reached the Ubiko tree, the air grew cold, unnaturally cold. A faded cloth tied around the trunk fluttered. Red stains marked the soil. The moment they touched the cloth, a violent wind blew, and hundreds of voices cried. They stole our peace, return it. Kizaram fell to her knees, seeing horrible visions. A mother with a baby, a boy dragged through the forest, men plotting secrets. Ikin saw a ghostly girl appear, dressed in white. Her hollow eyes stared at them. You came to listen, she murmured. The village hides a dark truth. We were not killed by accident. Tell them the truth, or the deaths will continue. Then she vanished. The chief's hidden shame. At dawn, Kizaram and Ikin ran to the palace of Chief Abaidiegu, a once proud leader. When they told him what they saw, his hands trembled. You saw a girl. Kizaram described the message. The chief began pacing fearfully. Finally, he confessed. Years ago, powerful elders made a secret blood pact with the spirit beneath the Ubiko tree. In exchange for wealth, peace, and healthy harvest, they offered innocent lives every 5 years. Deaths were disguised as drowning, sickness, or accidents. The pact had ended long ago, or so they thought. Perhaps someone has awakened the spirit again, the chief whispered. As they left, the tree swayed in the distance, warning them. The tree attacks. That night, Kizaram heard whispers calling her name. A dark figure stood under the moon near the tree. New blood-stained cloths had appeared on its trunk. Then a voice boomed. "You were warned?" The tree shook violently. A cloth flew and wrapped around Kizaram's arm like ice. They ran home in terror. "This is no longer a curse," Ikin said. "It is war." The next morning, tragedy struck again. A woman named Mama Adiz walked past the tree carrying water. The tree opened like a mouth and swallowed her whole. The village fell into chaos. Failed sacrifice. The elders summoned Dibia Yuzochukwu, a powerful priest. He examined the tree and declared, "This land swallowed the blood of an innocent long ago. The spirit now feeds on injustice." He prepared a sacrifice, a white goat, perfume, palm oil, kola nut. But when the ceremony began, the sky darkened. The goat screamed and ran straight into the open trunk. The ground shook. A voice thundered, "I do not want goats. I want justice." That night, more villagers died in their sleep. Fear consumed Ubekwe. Chief Abaidiegu, thinking courage would save them, publicly declared, "Tomorrow, we will cut down this tree." The village gasped. Elders begged him to stop. That night, strange drums played on their own. A white shadow walked on rooftops. Dogs fled into the bush. By dawn, the chief's guards were found shaking with terror. "The tree came alive," one stammered. "It took him." The villagers ran to the forest. Half of the chief's body was inside the tree. The Ubiko tree laughed, deep and cold. 3 days later, a mysterious wanderer named Odegu arrived. Barefoot, carrying only a staff and a small leather bag, he asked, "Where is the tree that drinks blood?" People feared for his life. But Odegu was calm. He revealed his sister vanished in Ubekwe years earlier. The spirits themselves had guided him there. He approached the tree fearlessly. Placing his hand on the trunk, he whispered, "O tree of sorrow, I know your story. Show yourself." The tree trembled, smoke rose, and a face appeared, an old man's, filled with pain and fury. That night, Odegu explained to the elders. The spirit trapped inside the tree was Motsi Kamalu, a poor farmer wrongly killed by the former king's brother. His blood sank into the land, binding him to the tree in eternal torment. The elders asked Odegu how to break the curse. His answer stunned them. A member of the royal family must offer their blood. Blood for blood. The queen screamed. The prince refused. But then, Princess Olubube stepped forward. "Let it be me. I have no husband or children. If my life will save the village, then I will give it." Her parents wept, but she stood strong. At dusk, the entire village gathered as Olubube walked toward the Ubiko tree dressed in white. Odegu and the Dibia chanted. The wind roared. Olubube stepped forward. "Kamalu, son of this land," she said, "I offer my blood so your soul may rest and our land may heal." The tree glowed with blinding light. The earth cracked open. A chained spirit rose, Kamalu. He looked at the princess, then the villagers. "She has paid. Let peace return." The chains broke. The Ubiko tree split and collapsed. The curse ended. Sunlight finally returned to Ubekwe. Children laughed again. Goats bleated. Peace settled like a soft blanket. The villagers cleared the spot where the tree once stood. They turned it into a community farm to support widows and orphans, a reminder of the past. Princess Olubube became a symbol of courage. People from other towns came to see her, but she remained humble. "I only did what was necessary." The king declared a yearly day of remembrance, so injustice would never again be ignored. Odegu refused titles. He became a teacher of young herbalists and storytellers. One quiet evening, Princess Olubube placed flowers on the old ground. "Rest in peace, Kamalu," she whispered. The wind carried her words gently. And so the story of the cursed Ubiko tree lived on, reminding all that the land sees, remembers, and forgives. Moral lessons of the story. 1. Injustice never dies, it grows roots. Wrongdoing buried in silence will always rise again. 2. The innocent must never pay for the crimes of the powerful. A society that hides truth invites destruction. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more African stories. See you in my next story.